Okay, guitar players, welcome to the technical work for this week. We're going to keep this really, really simple because what we're going to do is we're going to take what we learned in shape 1 last time and we're going to plug it directly into shape 2. This means that what we see in terms of the tabbed exercises that we did last week, like this, we're going to give them a lateral shift into shape 2, which will now mean on the D string we're going to be playing frets 7 and 10 with fingers 1 and 4, and fingers 1 and 3 playing frets 7 and 9 on the G string. So the first example is going to be 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 9. When we reverse that, of course, 9, 7, 10, 7. We will also look at alternate picking this in both directions. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add one extra slight little twist, because I realised from my teaching video last time I missed something in the play along, which was talking about vibrato. So we're going to do a bit of that right now, and then we'll get into the play along. So teaching for first things first, the first part of this example. So we've just learned shape 2 of the minor pentatonic scale. It makes a lot of sense to practice your technical work alongside your fretboard knowledge, okay? So outside of this video, something that you could absolutely do is take these fragments that we're working on, very basic, oops, played it wrong, but very basic pentatonic fragments that we're looking at. You could play this on every set of strings. So you've got 6 and 5, 5 and 4, 4 and 3, which we're using, 3 and 2. You could do that with separate fingers like this, or you could do 1 and 3 moving like so, and then finally 1 and 3 on the top. So, and then of course you can reverse all of those as well. So that would work on the B and G stringers if you wanted to do it that way, or you could do fingers 1 and 3 all the way through. On the strings that we're going to be using for our play along, because we're just taking it on the same set of strings and shifting laterally, I want you to use fingers 1 and 4, and then 1 and 3 on the G string, and then of course in reverse. Okay, so we're going to look at doing that with hammer-ons to start with. Then we're going to do pull-offs. Then we're going to alternate pick it. Then we're going to alternate pick it in reverse. So hopefully at this point that makes a lot of sense, because like you've said, like I said, even you've done that in shape 1. We're just moving it now up to shape 2. Outside of this video, feel free to do all of the different string sets. That's another thing I would add from last week's work, is that when we did it like this, one thing that you could do with any backing track that you like, or a metronome or something like that, is you could say, I've got this set to, I might just go a bit faster just to get through it quicker. This is 100 BPM over a straight A minor 7 chord, okay? So what I might do is I might take that fragment like that, and I might take it on the bottom 2 strings in shape 1, like this, 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. I'm alternate picking this. Then I'll go to the next string set, so that's 5 and 4. And then next again. And move again. And then I would do all of that in reverse and everything as well. So that is something that is, you know, that's extra work for those of you. I'll say work. It's not really work if you enjoy practicing your guitar, is it? But it's extra stuff for you to do if you are thinking there's not enough work here and all the rest of it. But like I say, for our play along, we're going to do it in the middle 2 strings. Now, one other thing that I want to add in this particular teaching video before we do it as the play along, we did not do play along in last week's session with vibrato. We just did string bending. So what I'm going to do in this particular session is I'm going to get you guys to play along with me. When we do it in the actual video, we're going to be doing 85 BPM, okay? This is another point in that last week everything was 80 BPM. This week it's going to be 85. We're going to just gradually keep notching that play along up every week. So outside of these videos, you want to just be playing along to some metronomes and knocking it up if you can. But I think a 5 BPM increase over a course of a week, if you're actually picking your guitar up and playing, shouldn't be too strenuous for most. But by all means, give me your feedback in the community and more to let me know what you think. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to play each note of shape 2 of the minor pentatonic and vibrato it. It'd be a great one for us to do because you get to use all 4 fingers in this shape. So we'd start on the 2nd finger, vibrato that one. Then we're going to go to the 4th finger. Now you can see as well, I've got all my other fingers in support. I'm not just doing it with 1 finger. Then we've got on the next string, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st and 4th again on the next string, 1st and 3rd on the next. Now here, although I've told you to play the shape like this, I'm actually going to keep to using the 2nd finger here just to make sure it gets more of a workout. Now don't forget as well, with vibrato you pull down on the E, A, D and G strings, it's push up on the B string and also the high E string. So we'll go 2nd finger, 4th finger, 2nd finger, 4th finger. Okay, let me just give you a quick rundown of that at 85 so you can see what you're going to do in the play along. So we'd go. So you've basically got play, pulse, 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 play, pulse, 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 play, pulse, 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 play, pulse, pulse, pulse. That's how we're going to work on the vibrato through the shape that way. Then in opposite, it would be play, pulse, 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 play, pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay, so that's it for the lesson here, guys. Make sure that you can do all of that stuff before moving on to the next video where we're going to be doing the play along. I will see you there.